very good afternoon to all our viewers. Welcome to Dialog Club Rugby League 2018-19 season. We are bringing you live pictures from the Longdon Place here at the Columbus 7 derby game between CRNFC versus CHNFC. There's no love lost between these two teams, especially when it comes to this field. And there's so many memories being shared in this ground. And the CRNFC, of course, looks beautiful as ever. And also good to see that sun is back. And we expect some thunder showers later on. But we hope that it'll stay out for this game. And it'll too going to witness this wonderful encounter. Dialog Rugby League, of course, kicked off yesterday between Police versus Navy, and Navy taking the better of the Police in that last minute. Tilna Veerasinghe, of course, last year's highest point scorer, managed to kick some good penalties and conversions. And as a result, Navy winning by a point in that thriller at Police Park. On the other hand, Havelocks also played under lights against the Soldiers, and Havelock winning that comfortably. But here it's all about CR versus CHNFC from Longdon Place. And of course, CHNFC, after so many years of struggle, last year they managed to beat their rivals in this Dialog Rugby League. Also joining me in the commentary, Abdullah Yusuf. A very good afternoon to you, Abdullah.
Yes, afternoon, Sabir. What a wonderful game to kick off this first weekend of Dialog Interclub Rugby 2018-19. Two traditional rivals in every sense of the word, CRNFC and CHNFC, and both teams very formidable outfits this year. Both teams have recruited some excellent talent during the off-season, and I think we can look forward to a wonderful encounter. It's just not just the recruitment from other clubs, but there's some wonderful talent, schoolboy talent from last season that has joined up with these clubs as well. So I think we are in for a wonderfully closely fought game, and it's a game that's very hard to pick, isn't it? Because it's both teams, I think, are even Stevens going into this game, and it's anybody's game, and it's just a wonderful game to start off the season.
Absolutely, we'll go through the team cards in a bit, but talking about this encounter, it's also a battle between the brothers. Ronnie Ibrahim, of course, coaching CHNFC, and Nilfa Ibrahim coaching the Reds or the CRNFC. There's a Rehan Silva on your screens, former Isipatana centre, also played for Sri Lanka Senior Sevens and under 27. Such a handy player when it comes to utility. Not sure where is he going to start today. He can play at the outside centre and also at the fullback. And the weather forecast, as you can see on your screen, so we are expecting thunderstorms and some late showers. And we hope that it won't trouble us for the next 80 or 100 minutes as we are bringing you live pictures. And good to see Rahul De Silva is back as well after having a good season or training in New Zealand.
Yeah, that's right. It's great to have him in the lineup of CRNFC as well. He'll probably be a crucial part during the latter stages of the game. CR opting to start off with Kavindu Costa in this first half at least, and I'm sure he will bring all his experience in that crucial latter stages of the game. And as well, there are also some other wonderful talents in this CR team. The experience of Umalka Gunaratna, Tarinda Ratwata will have a big role to play. It's great to see Kevin Dixon back in the CR fold. Moving from Havelocks last season.
Here's some action from the last season. Kandy versus CHNFC. What a game. That was played only 60 minutes if I'm not mistaken due to the bad lights. Danushka Ranjan scoring the first. And then Fazil Marija, who played his last season in the Dialog Club Rugby League. And sending out wide. And Anuruddha the Wilwer cutting inside under the post almost. And then Army versus Havelocks. And you saw the man in pink, Jason Milder. You will see him in the red and white stripes today. And Havelocks versus Army, another closely fought encounter. Few changes from the Havelocks side as well. Hiranta Pereira, of course, scoring the try, but today he will play in the CHNFC colours. Great piece of work by Army. Mohammad Rizvi combining with Gayan Salin, the fullback. And Havelocks, after trailing by 7 points to 14, they came back strongly in that second quarter of the game. Nishon Pereira, of course, a very talented player who also in the national sevens team. And then the rain came Havelocks went on to the lead. Chamara Dabari, former Sri Lanka player, scored that try. Good to see. Mithun Hapagoda is also back in the men in pink after so many injuries and struggles. And this is CHNFC versus CRNFC. The first leg, of course. Lee Keegal was on a fine form last season, Abdullah.
Yes, definitely played a big part. I'm sure they'll be expecting another big performance from him this season as well. But they have also strengthened their ranks with players like ThePapare also joining in the field. So I think CH will definitely be league contenders this year.
Absolutely. Samuel Madhwanta, educated left boot. He's a right boot kicker, but how cleverly he managed to put that kick. And Sia versus Navy. A lovely offload coming in. Mushin Falil scored that try. His brother, of course, playing for Havelock Sports Club. And this is a lovely break by Tharinder Ratwata. A lovely step, just outfoxing the Navy fullback. And he went all the way to equalize on that occasion. And then Navy, Supun Dilshan with a big burst. And a lovely offload, draw and pass, simple stuff, basic what you learned. And it was another cracker, isn't it, Abdullah? 24 points to 23. And this try from Tharinder Ratwata just sealed the victory in that first leg. And Navy versus Kandy back in Nitawala. It looked for an instant very close, tight game for the first 15 minutes. And then Wilbur once again, the Iron Man, just punishing. And so as the forwards of Kandy Sports Club, there were a few changes as well. And then Mohammad Afzal sniping through and a lovely step into his left. Scored that try, and since then Kandy dominated in terms of position. You can see referee Priyantha Gunaratna. And that was pretty much a gifted try for Nigel Ratwata. You can see the disappointed face of Supun Dilshan. Here's another draw and pass. Still Vijay Singh. Well, he will certainly score some points today at Ratmalana when they play against the Airmen. He is another fine founder for Kandy Sports Club, who represented Dharmaraja College in that Champions Team 2013. And this is Police versus Navy Sports Club. Another youngster who came from Prince of Wales College, also represented Sri Lanka under 20, showing so much skills and so much of talent in that last year's encounter. For Scopes, Hashan Gomez cutting inside, former captain, of course the veteran Sandesh Jaya Vikrama playing as the outside half. Some good work by the Copes. 24-24, and that is certainly a heartbreaker, the last minute try. And then Police versus Havelocks. Lovely inside pass, good work, and Wajid Fahmi, former Zaira College player, scored that try. And Sudham Suryarachi, Sri Lanka's seventh sensation. Is he going to be the next Srinath Surya Bandara? We'll wait and see. There's another cut inside by Pereira, known as Kadia. And that's another last minute try. A big game back in the hills. Kandy versus Havelocks. Gayan Veeraratne, of course the skipper. And then Fazil Marija. We have seen plenty of time he's doing that in that jersey. Also in the Tusker shirt. And that's the second try. And Havelocks had some opportunities, and this is a try. Came through after 48 minutes through Sudham Suryarachi. And there's the hat-trick hero. That's a fairy tale finish for the legendary fly half and former Sri Lanka skipper. That's how it ended the last year's Dialog Rugby League. Kandy becoming victorious, and we are back live here at the Longdon Place as the Reds are doing their warm-ups. You can see Dushant Liuke and Mushtaq also assisting. And for CHNFC, Dinesh Kumar assisting Ronnie Ibrahim. And let's have a look at some highlights on the last year's encounter between these Columbus 7 derby. Early on, Rehan Silva to the skipper Kavinda Pereira scored that first try. And Samuel Madhuwanta, boy, what a finder. He's from St. Anthony's, if you remember his school playing era. And Yoshita Rajapaksha going all the way from that breakdown, just pick and drive through. Umalka Gunaratne showing what he can do best, beating his Sri Lankan skipper. Look at that celebration. And Yoshita, lovely running angle once again by Samuel Madhuwanta. And good chase coming by the halfback Harit Bandara, but no chance of holding Madhuwanta. 17-15 at one point the second half, and there comes another lovely offload. Avish Kali, we couldn't speak about him much. He will start off the bench or come from the bench in this game. 24 points to 20, and the last move in that final second. Try time to Heshan Gomez, another solid wing recorder. He's been playing everywhere, but hope this season too he can produce, or he can continue his magics with this red striped shirts.
Yeah, that's right. Just going through both the team lists, which will come up shortly. It's also what's striking, Sabir, is the amount of depth both these teams have on the bench. And as we all know, it's no more 15-man game. It's really the 23-man game. And just having those fresh legs, such experienced, quality players coming off in the last 20 to 25 minutes can play a big part. And for both teams, they have some extremely talented players on the bench. Guys like Rahul De Silva coming on for Sia, and even Avish Kali, who was last year the starting halfback, being pushed down with the entrance of Sudham Suryarachi to that number 9 position. So I think all in all, we are in for an excellent game of rugby, a game that could definitely go right down to the wire. And also, if the weather keeps clear as it is now, we can expect a fast open brand of rugby as well.
Here we go with the team cards. First, the home team, Hafiz Adan, Dulanjana Vijay coming from Navy Sports Club, and Kokila Sambandha Peruma, of course his brother Shane captained CRNFC 2 years ago, and Shan Dias and Charna Chamikar in that lock combination. Joel Pereira, Joseph Fumiona and Umalka Gunaratne as the loose forwards for the CRNFC team, and Kavinda De Costa and Tharinda Ratwate, another halfback combination where we will see what's happening through that to the most of the game. And Reza Rafaidin as the left wing, Rehan Silva combining with Janil Dilshan, the Royalist Abdullah. Good to see two youngsters in that centre combination. And Kavinda Pereira, skipper, moved on to the right wing, and Kevin Dixon will be the man at the back for CRNFC. And in the bench, Himantha Irushan, Gan Jayasekara, Gayan Dilshan, Mithila Pereira, Panduka Angamana, Rahul De Silva, Nalin Kumara and Randita Varnapura will be the replacement or the finishers for the Reds. And we'll go through with the CHNFC. Satya Ranatunga, Prasad Madhusanka, and he made a switch from Havelock Sports Club, one of the highest try scorers a couple of years ago. And Henry Terence, a very experienced front row for CHNFC. Sajid Saranga, of course, captain Sri Lanka, combining with the youngster Mathisa Sarachandra, former Isipatana player, and Sudarshan Mitutantri, combining with the skipper Yoshita Rajapaksha and his brother Rohita Rajapaksa in that loose forward combination, and Sudham Suryarachi, a youngster combination in that halfback, once again with that playmaker Samuel Madhuwanta. And Anuradha Herath will play at the left wing, Hiranta Pereira and Kushan Indranin, another Isipatana combination in that centre field, and Navin Henakan Khanamge at the right wing, and Avantha Lee will start as the fullback for CHNFC. Some great bench strength. Jason Milder, last year's Havelock skipper, plus the Disa Nayaka, Chatura Dilshan, Nivanka Prasad, Sasanka Ariratna, Avish Kali, Ryan Virakon and Ruan Kumara will be the bench players or the finishers for CHNFC and Ronnie Ibrahim's team. Some good strength in the bench, Abdullah.
Yeah, that's right. As we were discussing earlier, Sabir, it could definitely prove the difference which team has the better quality and a better performance from the bench. It could decide the outcome of this game. And also really looking forward to seeing guys like Janil Dilshan making their senior debut He had an excellent season, as we all know, for Royal last year, as well as the under-27s. I thought he was pretty outstanding with Dinu Kamarasinghe as well. And I'm sure that Sia will be expecting a lot from him. His schoolmate Himanta Hirushan was also outstanding for Royal. He will be coming off the bench, I think, wisely so. You don't want to start a hooker at this level, especially against an experienced front row of Satya Ranatunga, Madhu Shankar, and of course Terence Henry. That's a very experienced front row. So it'll be interesting to see how the coaching staff of both teams manage their benches when they decide to bring players on. What would be the optimum time they can to make that maximum impact and have an impact that would actually decide on the result of this game. So all
spent some time in New Zealand training in that Auckland, and he looks like he has put on a little bit more. I'm not sure whether he's wearing that shoulder pads, Abdullah.
Yeah, well, I'm sure that stint in New Zealand will definitely have helped him. It's always good to go and get exposed to a high level of rugby competition. Kevin Dixon had a stint in New Zealand as well and looked very sharp during the Asian 7 series. So just that kind of exposure will definitely help them to grow their game because both of them are very young players and can contribute to Sri Lankan rugby a lot in the future.
And CHNFC with the huddle. Anuradha Herath playing in that left wing position. He's another strong lad. Played for Sri Lanka, then he has to stop playing for a couple of seasons due to his MCL injury on his left knee. So all set here for the kick-off as Tarinder Ratwata will kick from the center. And CRNFC attacking from left to right on your screen. Here's the whistle from the referee Gunaratna. It's a short tactical kick off, but it's not finding 10 meters in fact. So it's going to be a early scrum in the center field.
Yes, not the ideal start. I think Tarinder was adamant on trying to get the ball back, but erring on that occasion, not getting the 10 meters. So great attacking opportunity for CHNFC up front. They will probably try and impose themselves with a very experienced and heavy tight 5 to just try and put some pressure on this CRNFC 8.
Here we go. First scrum will be tested. 3 experienced front row players for CHNFC. Sudham Suryarachi taking his time. Good control this time by Rohit Rajapaksa rather, at the number 8 position. Here's Samuel Madhuanta with his first touch, sending out wide to Anuradha Herath. Good defense coming up, combined defense by Dilshan and Reza Rafaidin. CHNFC still managed to hold on to position. Referee says play on. Suryarachi sending out to his right. CH once again using their forwards and big ball carriers. Sudham switching directions. Chichi with his first touch. Just misses his footings. Here's a big Henry Terence. Certainly made 3 to 4 meters. Former Wesley College player Henry Terence. Again CRNFC. Once again it's interesting tactic. Nicely taken that intercept pass and the space out wide. Sudham Suryarachi once again sending out Sarat Chandra, the number 5 for CHNFC. So many mismatch in terms of numbers in the left side, Abdullah. But so far we can see CHNFC's game plan very clear. 2-3 hits, switch directions. Try to get Hiranta Pereira to run and get that extra space out wide. First penalty being conceded, coming from the side, says referee Priyantha Gunaratna.
Yes, good control passage of play by CHNFC. Probably thought that Madhuanta made the wrong option in putting that chip kick ahead because they did try and constantly recycle possession. But I think fortunately they managed to put enough pressure and extract that penalty. So CHNFC starting off extremely well, showing good patience, not trying to force the issue too much. and managing to draw the penalty. And Madhuwanta, who was excellent for CHNFC last season, with an opportunity to get the first points on the board.
Good start, like you said, for CHNFC. Can Samuel Madhuwanta put the first points on the board? And the kick is good, so it's 3-0 in favor of the visitors. And this third game of the new season, Dialog Club Rugby League 2018-19. And we still have plenty of time remaining, just the start. And just like the doctor ordered for CHNFC, giving a run for all their forwards. Here's Ratwata with the restart. This time he managed to put it into the skies and well collected by Sudarshana Mututantri. We don't see much of a box kicking coming in. Good work by Satya Ranatunga, and that's not a good work by Hiranta Pereira. In fact, it's Kushan Indunil.
Yes, wonderful bit of defensive work by Riza Rafaidin. Took a bit of a risk to come off his line, but he noticed that Indunil was blindsided by him, and the hit was completely unsighted. So a good read by Rafaidin to come out of his line and put pressure. So a great chance for CRNFC to hit back immediately. A scrum just on the right flank, outside the 25. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of option they will take. Rafaidin was excellent for CR during the just concluded Asian 7 series as well. A lot will be expected of him, a very talented boy from Kingswood College. CR do have a lot of talent in that three-quarter line, but it's important that the forwards give them a good platform from which they can launch some attacks. Umalka Gunaratna, key player for CRNFC from the back of the scrum. We also haven't spoken about the other advantage that CRNFC have, having Joseph Fuimano from Samoa, I believe, flanking for CRNFC in this game. I'm sure a lot will be expected from him. They are able to have that foreign player by virtue of being ranked number 5 last season.
Yes, indeed. Abdullah will be well marked. And here's the scrum. And Umalka Gunaratna picked from one hand to Riza Rafaidin. Good defense coming from Sudam Parinder. First touch for the big prop forward, Hafiz Adan. And here comes that box kick, thumping kick indeed. And that's nicely fine touch after a few bounces, and CHNFC from their own red zone coming into the opposite half. That's a clever kick indeed.
Yes, but again, a poor error by Hafiz. He needed to control position when he went into contact. As we have a look at that once again, it's these kind of errors that can just tear a coach's lose a lot of hair, rather, with those kind of elementary errors, because you have position, you have got the opposition under a bit of pressure, and then you turn position over. Sudam Suryarache experienced enough to identify the space at the back, and Sia find themselves defending on their own 22.
Here's Dulanjana Vijayasinghe with the first line out in favor of Reds, neatly taken by the number 5, Charana Chamikara. Moving forward, nicely set up this maul. Almost carried forward nearly 8 to 10 meters. Costa just marshalling his forwards. He maybe go for that box kick. And there he sends this aerial, but it's not a clever kick. But unfortunately, it's a second knock-on to Kushan Indunil. Maybe.
Yes, Sierra a bit fortunate to get away with that. I thought it was a poorly executed kick. I think Kavinda wanted to find some space along the touchline, but just kicked it midfield. And if it had gone, if it had been cleanly collected by Kushan Indunil, Sia would have been under all sorts of trouble. So bit fortunate to get away with that, and Sia just have got to get back into CHS half.
And I also thought Abdullah CRFC playing against the wind, not with the wind. So all those kicks that put into touch or the box kicks should have considered. And that was not a good scrum. Early movements indeed. It will still remain in favor of the Reds. Yeah, talking about that front row combination, Abdullah, you have those youngsters in that. Let's look at this. Number 3 just out of balance. Kokila Samman the Pirma.
Yes, I think Sia are a bit fortunate to have got away with that, and you can see Madhu Shankar showing his frustration, because I think Sia definitely were on the back foot on that occasion, but fortunately referee deeming that it was just a wheel, and Sia have turned position over again. This is an area where they really need to tighten up. That's within the last 5 minutes or so, that's the second time they have lost possession in contact, and you just cannot afford to do that.
I'm sure this would bother coach's mind. Nilf Ibrahim taking notes as the coach. Good to see so many sponsors coming into CHNFC and their new kit. And here's that, as you said, Abdullah, Omalka Gunaratna, initially he was going into contact from that scrum. It was well defended by Sudarshan Mututantri. It's not easy to beat, especially Mututantri, such a versatile flank as we know.
But at this level, Sudarshan Sabiru just cannot afford to lose position in contact the way CR have been doing.
And that's another scrum worked out wide by CHNFC. Numbers just arrives on time. Anurad Hera trying to pick and go, but waiting for his support. Here's Chichi using Henry Terrence. In fact, Satya Ranatunga, Sudham Surya just looking for the direction. Henry once again, big hit going on against Kokila. In fact, Hafiz, and this time it was CHNFC, it was the experience who was holding on to position, and he's a bit surprised, Abdullah.
Well, there's no reason to be surprised. He found himself isolated, and I think it was Shehan Dias who was over Henry in a jiffy and managed to turn that position over. So some good defensive work by CRNFC, enabling Ratwata to get back into CH's half. I think CR just have got to tighten things up a bit. They've lost possession on 2 occasions. As we have a look at that replay once again, wonderful body position by Dias, just getting over a wide base. Very hard to shift when you get yourself into that position, and wonderful turnover.
Henry Terrence clearly holding on. Need to release the ball immediately as you go to the ground from the tackle. And here's the CR line out. That was taken very well, and moving forward. Good work by Omalka Gunaratna. A lovely step by Tarinda Ratwata. This is what he's good at, and lovely pass. Rehan Silva with his first touch. CRNFC for the first time into the 5-meter mark. Can they come with the points? Another pick and go, and that's a try scored by, I think that's a Samoan. Welcome to Sri Lanka, Mr. Joseph Fuimano. And with the due courtesy of Tarinda Ratwata is that step and that break, Abdullah.
Yes, well, that's what we're talking about, Sabir. It's just a matter of the CR forwards getting some good front football for the CR three-quarter line to work. And Tarinda just showing his class, showing a clean pair of heels to the youngster Madhuanta, just managing to get over that first line of defense. And the good thing was how well he managed to link up with the rest of the line. He didn't try to go through, drew the defense towards him, gave it to Rehan Silva, who probably would have done better to just try and feed it out to the wingers who were supporting him, and it would have been much easier for them to go over. But nonetheless, a wonderful bit of work by Tarinda, leading to CR and FC getting their first points on the board.
5 points to nil in favor of the home team. Here comes a conversion, and that just hit the post. Unlucky for Tarinda Ratwata. So it's 5 points to 3, in fact, in favor of the home team. We'll see whether we can have a look at a replay. Such a lovely break. Number 6, the try scorer. We just spoke before the kick-off. Tarinda Ratwata, of course, spent a couple of months in New Zealand training, and this is that pick and go. It's so much confidence CHNFC just couldn't do. It's very hard, isn't it, Abdullah? Especially you are defending on that 5-meter channel.
Yes, and especially when you're on the back foot, it's very, very difficult.
Here's the restart. Samuel Madhuanta. Launching it high. Collected by Dulanjana Vijay Singh. Rathwate once again. Playing it safe, trying to come out of the red zone.
So, and that's what Sia would definitely like to do. Try and get onto the front foot as much as possible. The Sia three-quarters are always very dangerous when they have some momentum going and the opposition is always on the back foot. So I think if they can continue to do that, they will definitely pose a lot more problems to the CHNFC defensive line.
Yes, indeed. And here we go. Another line out in favor of CH. The Gymkhana boys, Prasad Madhusankar. Very well done by Yoshita, in fact, the skipper. Just a gentle touch. He was almost out of position. And here's CHNFC once again. This is what they use, but that's a good work. Referee just say play on. And this time the culprit was Prasad Madhusankar. He's the one who went into contact. He's not rolling away, in fact.
Yes, CH now need to tighten up in that aspect. They have this is the second time they have isolated the ball carrier. They have got to have the supporting players coming if they are going to try and attack around the fringes, because so far Sia have shown that they are going to be very good at that breakdown. That's the second time they have managed to turn possession over. So CHNFC will just need to bear that in mind as this game goes on. As we have a look at that replay once again. Madhushankar just going off his feet completely once the ball was turned over. You cannot do that. You've got to stay on your feet and correctly penalized.
Well taken by Shehan Dias. There's the big hit by the try scorer himself. And that's a ripper. And Sudham Suryarachi puts the kick, and here comes the chase. And the chase is almost winning the position. Good work by Rehan Silva, not panicking on that situation. In fact, it's going to be a line out, is it? It's going to be a penalty, interestingly.
I cannot understand the reason. The only reason I can probably think of is if there was a late charge once the kick was made. But again, Sabir, Sia just losing possession in the contact, and that's the third time it has happened, and we are not even reached the quarter stage of this game. It's very poor on that occasion. The culprit was Joseph Foimano. You'd expect him to have been a bit more efficient. It's also just a matter of technique, isn't it? Taught at the junior level to protect the ball in one hand, go in with the opposite shoulder, but CRNFC have been very, very sloppy in that aspect.
Here's Madhuvanta, and that is a peach of a penalty. Almost 40 to 45 meters from that corner. Good to see this young lad maintaining and continuing his form.
Yeah, that's right. He's taken off exactly from where he left off last season. Was a vital part of CH's success story last year, where they ended up in the top 3 for the first time in after a long lapse. So CRNFC are on notice that if they continue to infringe, Madhuvanta will make them pay.
Great collection by Matisha Sarat Chandra of that high ball. Here's Sudham Suryarachi. Madhuvanta with a long pass. Here comes another pass. Bit sloppy. Anuradha Herat with the collection. You can see Avantali acting as halfback on that occasion. Here's the skipper. He's a danger. Kavinda Pereira quickly sent it out wide by Kavinda Di Costa. Good work by Dias. Chamika rather, number 4 for CRNFC, the home team. Another breakdown battle. Here's Costa looking for support. No running fast. That's just a dummy. Trying to suck so many numbers, but here's Sarinda Rathwat with the drop goal attempt, and that is not successful. Play on. Avantali rather continues to put that kick into chase. Ratwate with the collection. Here's Kevin Dixon with his first touch. And we will see this dazzling footwork coming in. Breaks two and lovely offload. Good play by Tharinda Ratwate combining with Dixon, and Umalka Gururatna running like a machine into that space. Here's Costa. He had the chance to go by himself with a solo work. Perhaps one step to his left. CRNFC for the second time into that 5 meter mark. Another pick can go. Wrong body position by the ball carrier. Fortunately, the Reds winning a penalty. Taken quickly by Hafiz Noor. We'll see her go to the left or the right. Another pick can go. Good work. Again by Saman the Pirma. That will stay as a penalty.
Sia are looking very dangerous whenever they have quick ball, isn't it? Sabir Kavindu has been very good at distributing. And if they can continue to just get that front foot ball, I think they can definitely pose a lot of problems to this CH outfit. Decision time now for Kavindu. Will he go for the post or will he opt for a scrum? It looks like they're going to go for a short tap. It looks like it's one of those traditional short tap 5 meter moves that they'll be planned out. Let's see what option it will be.
Oh dear. Charna Chamikara just coughed it up. Such a good scoring position. And that's a turnover. CHNFC playing the advantage. Yoshit Rajapaksa acting as halfback. Here's Samuel Madhuanta. He's got the distance. He can kick 60 meters even. But this time, oh boy, has he overcooked it. Yes, he has. So it's going to be a 22. Luckily, the ball didn't find the dead ball area.
Yes, well, it's a very good result for CHNFC from the position where they were. Again, Chamikara just butterfingers. I think it's just absolute lapse of concentration. CRNFC will probably rue the opportunity of not taking the points, Sabir. They're taking a short tap. Normally the choice is either to go for a line out or a scrum if you really want to force the issue. But Sia just going for the short tap, and a very basic error by Chamikara just finds Sia again back in their own half.
Here's Lee going into contact, trying to put his first steps, and this is the third time that Kushan in the nil drop the ball. Luckily it was knocked back, says referee. Here's Chichi. Pick can go. Supported by Sudarshan Muthurantri to clear the ruck. Madhuanta to Satya Ranatunga. Suryarachi once again. And opting to go to the cross kick by Samuel Madhuanta, and that bounce and just runs it smoothly on the 22 meter mark. Not a bad option indeed.
Yes, I think they were looking for Naveen to try and charge that kick down, but I think Kavindu had it covered. It would have been maybe a better option if they had tried and created a few more phases before they looked at that option, because then Kavindu would have been forced to come up as well, which would have created the space at the back. But that was not the case, and CRNFC with the throw-in and an opportunity to clear their lines.
Dulanjana Vijay Singh played for Navy last year. Among one of the top prize scorers. Collected by Dias. Well, interesting. Holding on, says a referee. It was Dulanjana.
Yes, outwitted by his opposite number, Madhushankar. Just managing to identify the correct moment to go over. And a great attacking opportunity for CHNFC. Madhushankar obliges by just slotting into touch. So just about 7 meters away from the CRNFC line. And the CHNFC have got a great opportunity to try and extend this lead as we approach the last 15 minutes of this first half.
Yes, indeed. 2 penalties for Samuel Madhuanta and 1 try for CRNFC, the home team. And here's a very good opportunity. Prasad Madhusankar. He did score from some driving maul tries in the pink jersey last time around. Collected by Sarat Chandra. And here's the setup. Still with the ball is with Madhusankar. Can he go all the way? Prasad Madhusankar. Has he dotted it down? Looks like he has. And that celebration of Prasad Madhusankar says it all. As expected, CHNFC causing so much trouble for CRNFC.
That's right, Sabir. You can see the experience of the CH8 coming to the fore on that occasion. They just brought the ball down. They did the first drive. It was held up. Did not panic. Just a wonderful peel off. And Madhusankar at the back of that line out, always in control and just going over. So CHNFC with an opportunity to extend this lead 13 points to 5, where CRNFC will rue that knock on by Charmikar at the other end, because the scoreline could have been vastly different if they had managed to just build up a few more phases from that short tap which they managed to take. But they find themselves trailing CHNFC now 11 points to 5. And Madhusankar, a bit of a difficult conversion, but the form he has been in, you just cannot write him off.
Here's another difficult conversion. Oh boy, he made it look so easy. That's 3 out of 3 for Samuel Madhuanta. Wonderful stuff by this man, former St. Anthony's player. And here's the try replay. Prasad Madhusankar with the throw-in. And this is why he's been taken by CHNFC from the Park Club. He has scored so many tries in this fashion. And also such a mobile hooker, isn't it, Abdullah? Also, his defensive work rate was excellent last year.
That's right. He combined extremely well with his colleague from Heavies last, if I'm not mistaken. Was it Bodhi? Yeah, Dushmant as well, to create a lot of opportunities. But they'll be parted this year. Dushmant deciding to stay on at Havelock Sports Club. But Madhusankar has switched to CHNFC. And already he's having a real positive impact on this CH outfit.
And that's going to be another scrum in favour of the Reds. So it's all happening. You can see the president, Lasitha Gunaratne of Sri Lanka Rugby, and also Sriyan Kure, the president of CRNFC, in the old pavilion. So far in terms of scrum, it's been even Steven for both the sides. It's just a matter of CRNFC going into contact, breaking that scrum. As they go into contact, lost position. We saw one happen from Hafiz Noor and then Omalka Gunaratne. And then the much experience or the overseas player, Joseph Fuimano. It was a ripper from Rehan Silva. And this is not a good sign. Is this the commentator's curse, Abdullah?
Well, it was a very awkward collision between both front rows. No one actually managed. I don't think there was a bind call there. They just went at each other and just slopped to the ground. So I think it's important that referee Gunaratne gets the call right as well, because both teams just went straight to the ground. You're supposed to keep your shoulders above your hips when you're going into the scrum. I'm not sure whether that was the case on that occasion, because player safety is absolutely paramount, and the engagement at scrum time is one of the more risky areas in the game of rugby. So it's also important that the referee polices that collision well. It's wonderful to see Madhusankar back on his feet. He's had an excellent game so far for CHNFC.
Ronnie Ibrahim, the CH coach, looks cool as a cucumber, as always he does. It's really interesting if we can have another replay of that earlier scrum. Good signs, Prasad Madhusankar with his new hairdo. Kavindu Di Costa to feed the scrum. Just outside the 10-meter mark. Or actually just by the 10-meter mark, in fact, from that far corner. Again, some early shout. Muthutanthri breaking early from that scrum. Bumping off one, bumping off two is Omalka Gunaratne, former Isipatana skipper and the national under-20 skipper. This is danger. And that timing of that pass was not so accurate by Kevin Dixon. It was referred in. has the chance. No sweeper. Here's a turnover. Madhuanta to Sudarshana Mututantri. Knocks it on as he gets the contact. And this game is now turning into some sloppy handling here as Abdullah.
Yes, by both teams really, but I think Sia have been the bigger culprits in that aspect. Again, Kevin Dixon just floating that pass to Rafaidin, but just didn't seem to have his eyes on the ball. Just these handling errors letting CRN FC down. Just they're losing a lot of opportunities, because whenever they have been in the front foot and when they have managed to create a few phases, CHNFC defensive line has always looked very vulnerable, but they just haven't done that consistently enough to ask questions from this CH defense.
Another opportunity right on the 22. Early on, Tharindra Rathwata went for a drop goal attempt. And here's Umalka Gunaratna, draw and pass, Kavinda De Costa, Kevin Dixon with a little goose. Rafaidin almost isolated. Chichi trying to counter the contact. Sia still with position now. Here's Chamikara. We saw early on he had that butterfingers on that set move from a 5-meter penalty. He just coughed up. Here's another turnover. Too bad, Abdullah, for the home team. Rafaidin. He runs laterally. Good defense arrive from Hiranta Pereira and Navin Henakan Kanamge. Rafaidin didn't have much of an option. Costa taking his time, waiting for his support. We see no man in front of him. Lovely step and lovely offload. Big man Chamikara. Tackled by Yoshita Rajapaksa. Holding on once again by Chamikara.
No, I think that was absolutely the correct call by Priyantha Gunaratna. Sudam need to have released the tackler, but didn't do so. But wonderful sniping run by Kavindu Costa on that occasion, just identifying the gap from the fringe and going over and linking up extremely well with Chamikara. Chamikara would have done well to try and look for support out wide, because there were some supporting players, but decided to go into contact. But fortunately managed to draw that penalty. And from just about 30 meters out under the post, a great opportunity for CRNFC to cut this deficit down.
And good work by Yoshita on that tackle, and also Sudam Suryarachi, he's a tackle assist. Tharindra Rathwata missed a conversion and a drop goal. Here's the first penalty chance, and this time he makes no mistakes. So CRNFC 8, CHNFC 13, and we still have over 8 minutes remaining for the first half. Early on, CHNFC started with their forward play. Switching direction by Sudam Suryarachi, linking up their forwards. Replay of that kick. And Samuel Madhuanta is in no hurry whatsoever. Here's the restart. Connected by the tight head prop forward. Samman the Perima. Tharindra Rathwata once again. Thumping it up and under, and collected by Surya Bandara. And here's Kevin Dixon. This is a danger in that shorter side between the line out and the 5-meter mark. But well defensive work, or well defended by CHNFC. Waiting for the support. Here comes the halfback, Sudam Parinda. Chichi acting as the first receiver. Good offload, Satya Ranatunga. Know where the support player is. Although CHNFC went a couple of meters backwards. Good thing is that they still have the position with them. Sudam Suryarachi using the shorter side. Here's the skipper. Clear mismatch on that clearance between Janidu Dilshan and Hiranta Pereira. Omalka Gunaratne not allowing any room for Rohit Rajapaksa. Here's Surya Arachi once again giving it to Samuel Madhuwanta, and that's a pretty decent kick if it finds touch, but Kevin Dixon had the option to kick it out, but he opted to go into his skipper, the speedster, and Kavindu Perera. That's a lovely combination between Kevin and Kavindu. Unfortunately, once again, losing position. Here's CHNFC, now the fly half act as the halfback. Looks for support. Sudarshana Muthuranthi, we still didn't see much of him in the last 34 minutes or so. Play on, says referee. Hafiz Noor with the pick and go. Good work by Kavindu De Costa, the support carrier. And he couldn't control the ball. But it was a knock-on, says the referee. It came from, I think that was Nisal Desitha's hand.
That's right. I think both teams have been relatively guilty of not securing position well enough. Position has been turned over by both teams a bit far too easily, and that's actually impacted their offensive play. The error count in that aspect has been very high in this first half. It's relatively understandable considering it's the first game of the season, but I'm sure it's a takeaway for both coaches who will definitely try to tighten up in that area, because whenever they have been on the attack, when they have had possession, they have been guilty of turning position over. And as we have a look, Dixon guilty on that occasion. Wonderful hit by Sudham as well. But you've just got to cling on to position in those kind of occasions.
We just saw Sudham Suryarachi's turnover early on, and this time that tackle. And so far he has been so good. Good work rate for the Maitland Crescent team. All the players taking some time. It's not a good news. Still doctors and physios surrounding the injured player. Some good numbers in the old pavilion. Not sure who's down, Abdullah.
I think it's Kevin Dixon. He got a big hit by Sudham Suryarachi, and he just stayed on the ground. So probably feeling a little bit groggy. Let's hope for CRNFC's sake that he's back on the field, because whenever he's had possession, he's definitely looked dangerous.
So it's going to be a scrum start in favour of the Reds. Henry Ferran just having a word with the referee. Granta Gunaratne.
Yes, it's good to see Kevin back up on his feet. Seems to have recovered from that knock which he took. A great attacking opportunity for CRNFC. About 20 meters in from the left touch line.
We still didn't see anything from Janadu Dilshan and the centre combination Rayan Silva in terms of the attack, Abdullah. But it's another mistake by Omalka Gunaratne at the back of the scrum. Costa to Hafiz Adhan. Big hit indeed. Costa once again. Tarun Ratwata. Miss pass on Chamikara. Dummying Dulanjana. Here's Costa once again. Ratwata looking for that inside pass. Good combination. Great piece of work by Ratwata. And here comes a try. That is a sensational work by CRNFC and Tarun Ratwata combining with the number 7. That's Joel Pereira. That is a wonderful work try. We'll see. We'll have a look at the replay, Abdullah.
Yes, as you can have a look at that once again. The CR defense just drifting, CH defense rather drifting out wide. Tarin fixing the CH defense to a standstill, identifying Joel, and again following up with a wonderful line to collect the pass from Joel Pereira to go under the post. So Tarinder Ratwata has been in the thick of everything good that CR has done so far in this half. And they will now find themselves with the ability to go into the lead with the Rafaidin slotting the conversion over without much problems. And with just about 3 minutes remaining for this first half, CRNFC find themselves in the lead 15 points to 13.
15 points to 13. Rafadin with the conversion. And CHNFC defense was outfoxed.
Yes, wonderful bit of rugby acumen by Ratwata as well. He knew that the CH defense was drifting wide, worried what will happen in the outside flank, but he just managed to position Joel inside him. Joel was aware that the pass was going to come, ran a wonderful line, and the wonderful thing by Ratwata, he didn't just pass and wait, he ran another supporting line as well and managed to collect the pass and comfortably go under the post. So CRNFC with that wonderful bit of creativity, courtesy Ratwata, go into the lead, 15 points to 13.
That's pretty much contact in the air, but referee Priyantha just misses. Here's the kick collected by Chichi, giving it to Lee. Awanta Lee steps and going by himself. He cannot be isolated because it's going to be a mismatch when it comes to the breakdown battle. Here's Sudham Suryarachi, Henry Terrence acting first receiver. Here's Mututantri, good tackle coming in by Johnny Dilshan on that number 13 shirt for CRNFC. Here's Madhuwanta, another long cutout pass. Hiranta Pereira cuts inside, good offload. Equally well tackled by Tarinder Ratwate once again. Look at his work rate, but Henry Terrence knocks it on in a very vital moment to retain position.
Again, a wonderful bit of defensive work by Ratwata, covering, tackling, getting onto his feet quickly and putting pressure on at the breakdown that just forced that knock on from CHNFC. As we have a look at that once again, first of all, he ran the offloading to Kushan Indunil. Again, wonderful tackle. And look how well Ratwata got onto his feet immediately and applied pressure, forcing that error by CHNFC. So a wonderful bit of rugby work at the breakdown by Ratwata, something which all youngsters can definitely look into, because when you're on the ground, you're out of the game. As long as you're on your feet, you've always got an opportunity to have an impact.
Textbook stuff by Ratwata. Here's another scrum, but this time referee awarding a penalty. It was Costa, no, number 4, Chamikara.
Yes, it looks like Chamikara has been penalized for using his hand in the scrum. Very unusual for a second row to do that. But one thing I've just noticed, Sabir, is the CH front row, or rather the tight 5, seems to be slowly getting the better of this CRNFC tight 5. So could that have an impact going into the second half? We'll have to wait and see. But you can see the experience and the weight of this CHNFC is definitely posing some questions to the CRNFC tight 5.
Namal Rajapaksa, the water carrier, would be giving some messages to Henry Terrence. And this could perhaps be the last play just before the half time. And what a chance for CHNFC to go with a lead, a point lead. And this man, 3 out of 3 so far. Can he make it 100% record? And the kick is once again hits the post and just falls short. Play on. It's Costa once again sending out to Kavindu Pereira. Cuts inside, Kavindu Pereira. It's open play. Good step, good support. Here's Ratwate once again. Some silky offload. Unfortunately, it's not finding Costa. Rafaidin just looking at the sweeper. Lee and Suryarachi combining now. Henry. Good work by CRNFC. Here's Madhuwanta. Once again, a thumping up and under. Kevin Dixon underneath it. Collection was good. Equally very well charged by CHNFC, and a good turnover by Naveen Henakan Khanamge. Can he go all the way? Yes, he can. Naveen Henakan Khanamge score his first try of this brand new season of Dialog Rugby League.
Yes, wonderful bit of work by Naveen, just identifying the opportunity to try and steal the ball. Again, identified the space as well. But CR, as you can look, very guilty of not providing enough support for Dixon. And Naveen just making maximum use of that, picking the ball and going under the post on the stroke of half-time. So a real bonus for CHNFC. But CR just probably a bit lax on that occasion, not giving enough support to Kevin at the back there.
Madhuwanta with the conversion. Well, it could have been the half-time from his previous kick, but that's a good 90 minutes of play. And it's still not the half-time according to referee Priyantha Gunaratna. And that's poor work by CRNFC in that breakdown battle. When you use the lower center of gravity, Abdullah, they just took it easy. And now in Henakan Kanamge, I didn't see much of a daylight. He was the tackler, but benefit of the doubt goes in favor of him.
Yes, it was a wonderful chase. I think that's what made the difference. And they found that CRNFC did not have any players at the back, and he applied the pressure as well. So great bit of work. And it seems to be half-time. So CRNFC, after having the lead until that very last moment, find themselves trailing 20 points to 15 in what has been a very entertaining half. The lead has exchanged hands between both teams. It's been a error-riddled half as well. But in terms of thrills and spills, there hasn't been anything short. And both teams have definitely provided the entertainment in that aspect.
Absolutely, indeed. Last 10 minutes particularly was entertainment stuff from both the teams, and CHNFC will go with that 5-point lead into the half-time. Some good numbers, some former players from who represented both the clubs. 20 points to 15 in favor of CHNFC. And let's have a look at the highlights. This is how it started. The first points coming from the boot of Samuel Madwanta. And then the Samoan Joseph just dotting it down from the 5-meter mark. A pick and go after a courtesy of Tandaratwa's lovely break. And then Prasad Madhusanka. He still have that pink touch in this jersey. And from that line out, we saw he's scoring plenty of tries for the men in pink in the Park Club last couple of seasons. That's a line out drive. And then Rathwata with the penalty. That was the first points for the Reds. And here's that sensational stuff. Good support, good understanding, great awareness. Just outfoxed CHNFC defense. And Rathwata scored the try. Just before this strike came from Naveen Henakan Kanamge. That's how the halftime ended. And we'll go for a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with the second half action. Stay tuned on your number one sports app, www.thepapare.com.
අපේ ගෙදර හැමෝටම ඉන්ටර්නෙට් ඕනේ. මොබිටෙල් වයිෆයි රවුටරේ නිසා ගෙදරදී කිසි ප්‍රශ්නයක් නෑ. අපි වෙන වෙනම ඉන්ටර්නෙට් ගියත් පැකේජ් එක එකයි. ඒත් ගෙදරින් එළියට ගියාම හැමෝටම පැකේජ් එක අරන් යන්න පුළුවන්ද? Hey Barry, මොබිටෙල් වයිෆයි ප්ලස් පැකේජ් එක තියෙන්නේ. ලංකාවේ කොහේ ගියත් රවුටරේ ගෙදර තියෙද්දි ගෙදර හැමෝටම එකම පැකේජ් එකෙන් වෙන වෙනම ඉන්ටර්නෙට් යන්න පුළුවන් එකම ක්‍රමය. මොබිටෙල් වයිෆයි ප්ලස් විතරයි. ඒ විතරක් නෙමේ. එක බිලයි, කනෙක්ෂන්ස් ගොඩයි. අපේ ගෙදර හැමෝටම ඉන්ටර්නෙට් ඕනේ. මොබිටෙල් වයිෆයි රවුටරේ නිසා ගෙදරදී කිසි ප්‍රශ්නයක් නෑ. අපි වෙන වෙනම ඉන්ටර්නෙට් ගියත් පැකේජ් එක එකයි. ඒත් ගෙදරින් එළියට ගියාම හැමෝටම පැකේජ් එක අරන් යන්න පුළුවන්ද? Hey Barry, මොබිටෙල් වයිෆයි ප්ලස් පැකේජ් එක තියෙන්නේ. ලංකාවේ කොහේ ගියත් රවුටරේ ගෙදර තියෙද්දි ගෙදර හැමෝටම එකම පැකේජ් එකෙන් වෙන වෙනම ඉන්ටර්නෙට් යන්න පුළුවන් එකම ක්‍රමය. මොබිටෙල් වයිෆයි ප්ලස් විතරයි. ඒ විතරක් නෙමේ. එක බිලයි, කනෙක්ෂන්ස් ගොඩයි.
ක්‍රීඩා පුවත් සිංහලෙන් www.thepapare.com වෙබ් අඩවියට පිවිසලා සිංහල භාෂාව තෝරාගන්න. ක්‍රිකට්, රග්බි, පාපන්දු, වොලිබෝල්, මලල ක්‍රීඩා, පැසිපන්දු විතරක් නෙමෙයි වෙනත් ක්‍රීඩා සහ විශේෂාංග ලිපි වුණත් ThePapare සිංහල තුලින්. ඇයි අපේ වීඩියෝ පිටුව ක්‍රීඩාව හා සම්බන්ධ දහසකුත් එකක් වීඩියෝ, සම්මුඛ සාකච්ඡා, ඒ වගේම ඇසිදිසි, රග්බි පිටිය, පිටියේ කතා, ස්පෝර්ට්ස් මසාලා වගේ සතිපතා ජනප්‍රිය විශේෂාංග නරඹන්න. ඔබේ පරිගණකේ ටැබ් එකේ එහෙමත් නැත්නම් ස්මාර්ට්ෆෝන් එකෙන් ලබා ගන්න ඔබට ලේසියෙන්ම පුළුවන්. ThePapare සිංහල ක්‍රීඩා පුවත් ඩිජිටලීකරණය.
நேரடி ஒளிபரப்பு யாழ்ப்பாணத்தில்
මාතර කොටවිල ගම්පියසට ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා.
සිද්ධාස
ඇට්මෝරටුව
පියගම මහින්ද රාජපක්ෂ ක්‍රීඩාංගණය.
கிழக்கு மாகாணம்
Sugaddas Indoor Stadium
is the Fox Hill Supercross.
කුරුණෑගල සිටි ඇතුගල් පුරවරය
papare.com අපි අද ඇවිල්ලා ඉන්නේ නෝරෙලිය ප්‍රදේශයේ.
ෆයිනල් ෂෝඩවුන් කැන්ඩි ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ක්ලබ්
පොළොන්නරුව ජාතික සංකීර්ණයේ සිට
Welcome back to Longdon Place, and this is the Dialog Rugby League 2018-19, and the home team just trailing by 5 points at the halftime as the visitors CHNFC leading 20 points to 15 in this Colombo 7 derby. And we saw some action, especially entertaining stuff in the last 10 minutes of the first half, and there's so many errors in the first few minutes of this game. Joining me in the commentary, Abdullah Yusuf, of course, former Royal skipper and CNFC coach. Good afternoon, Abdullah, once again. And what would be the ploy for the second half?
So I'm sure both coaches would have just told them to tighten up on the basic elements of the game, like holding on to position in contact. They've been very poor, both teams, in that respect. And just to try and hold on to position as much as possible.
As we speak, Samuel Madhuwanta just find the space. No man's into his defensive run. Prasad Madhusankar just could not or just did not have enough football skills. What a break, just sniping through Samuel Madhuwanta. He's been absolutely good in that first half. Managed to put 4 kicks out of 5.
Yes, you've got to question where was that CRNFC defensive line. It was absolutely non-existent. Madhuwanta identifying the gap going right through. These are the kind of areas that CR needs to tighten up on, because they do have a very good competent set of three quarters, but they have got to give them an opportunity to show their skills by getting in some good front foot ball. Whenever they have done that, Ratwata has been brilliant to exploit whatever opportunities they have had, but there just hasn't been enough of that in this game. And as we can see, as the game progresses, you're going to see this CHNFC tight five getting more and more into the game. And you could see during that latter stages of that first half, at scrum time particularly, they were getting the upper hand of this CRNFC 8. So CRNFC will look to try and quicken the pace up as much as possible. If they try and get into an arm wrestle with the CHNFC 8, chances are they're going to come out second best.
And it looks like another injury this time. Not sure. Is it Sudarshana Mututantri? Dulanjana Vijayasinghe, former Wesley player, is also a cricketer. The man in charge of line-out throw. Still we didn't see his X factor coming into this first 40 minutes. Perhaps he is the player of the tournament for Navy Sports Club last year. Joel collected well. Shahan Dias supporting his upper body strength. So yeah, still with position. Here's Ratwate. Good kick and good collection. Here's the last try scorer, Navin Henakan Kanamge. Giving it to Anuradha Herath. Almost a turnover by Sia skipper Kavin the Pereira. Herat managed to keep position. Sarat Chandra acting as the first receiver, CHNFC. And that's holding on, says referee Priyantha. And good work by once again the Samoan. It's going to be always tough when you challenge that breakdown battle, isn't it, Abdullah?
Yes, but the key is to ensure that you have numbers at the breakdown. I think that's something which on a few occasions CH have been guilty of. And a great opportunity for CRNFC to cut this deficit down at the very start of this second half.
It was Chatru Dilshan who came off the bench.
Yes, it looks like CHNFC have made a change too. Looks like Avantali has come into that scrum half position, replacing Sudham Suryarachi. I'm not sure if this is injury or it was a tactical replacement, but another very talented youngster from Wesley College. He's had a big season and was a key part of CH's successes last year along with Madhuanta. Ratwata is taking his time, about 35 meters, rather 40 meters out, strikes it well, and it's over. So a wonderful strike by Ratwata cuts this deficit further, and it's now just a 2-point game between these two teams.
And it's been so far CHNFC versus this man on your screen, Tarinder Ratwata. He's been the architect so far for the home team. Once again, CHNFC not taking any hurry on this. There's the replay.
Yes, you can see CHNFC seem to be very content in slowing the pace of the game down. I think that's their game plan at the end of the day. But CRNFC have got to make a conscious effort and try and speed up the game. Because if they can do that, they can ask more questions, they can wear out this CH pack and create more opportunities for their back division.
It's an aerial restart by Madhuanta and Chamikara. In fact, someone, the Perima picks the ball. Here's the Samoan, Joseph Fumiona once again losing position in the contact. Another change, number 16, Jason Milder comes off the bench. Here's Yoshita Rajapaksha, the skipper. Here's Lee. Madhuanta with the drop goal attempt, and it is out wide. And he certainly knew that penalty advantage is coming, Abdullah.
Yes, well, Joseph Foimano guilty on both occasions. First of all, losing the ball, or rather allowing the ball to be ripped up off him, and then he infringed at the breakdown. So double whammy by him, just costing CRNFC a possible another 3 points. So his impact hasn't been that great in this game so far. He's made a couple of handling errors. It has done well to create a few turnovers as well, but I'm sure as the foreign player in this team, they'd expect much more from him. And Madhuanta, he's been absolutely brilliant with the boot today. An opportunity to further extend this lead. So these are the kind of errors that Siak just cannot afford to do, especially in their own half, because Madhuanta has been on fire throughout this game.
Reminds me of Johnny Wilkinson, who's a left boot kicker, but once again Samuel Madhuanta makes no mistakes.
Yes, well, he's definitely been in the zone in this game, hasn't missed anything whatsoever. So CRNFC just have got to be more clinical, especially when they are in their own half. Because if they do infringe, Madhuanta will be on hand to slot whatever points that are available.
23 points to 18 in favor of visitors. Here's Ratwate with the restart. Collected well by Sarat Chandra. Muthutantra clears the breakdown, and it's not a good kick. And then, dear oh me, running into the same team player. Here's Naveen Henakankanamge. Good tackle coming from Kavindu Pereira. And that accident doesn't look that good. It was Dulanjana Vijay Singh who went on to his own man.
Yes, that's where the calling comes into play, isn't it? It's very basic basic skill that is taught at the initial stage of everyone's career. But again, Naveen just identifying that gap. Unfortunately, again losing the ball when in contact. Team, it's something that has inflicted both teams really in this game, and it's something which the coaches will definitely look to tighten up, because the more handling errors and the more infringements there are, it definitely has an impact. And it seems to be a yellow card to Joseph Foimono. We are not quite sure what the reason is.
Well, Tulanchana went on to his own man. Looks like it was Kavindra Costa who got injured. That's a clear mismatch, and this would be great if we can have a look at another replay, Abdullah.
Yes, but the referee didn't indicate the reason for awarding the yellow card. He was advised by the assistant referee, but we are yet to try and figure out what the reason is. But nonetheless, a great opportunity now for CH. They are down to 14 players for the next 10 minutes, and a great chance for them to extend their lead. It's not a situation which you want to be in, especially when you are trailing.
Madhusanka will fancy his chances. Already scored a try in the first half. So far, he's been disciplined in terms of his line-out throw. And this time, good work by Yoshita once again. In fact, Rohita. Trying to settle down, taking a little bit time. Here's Madhusanka. He can go. Lee sending out wide. Madhuwanta, Kushan Indunil to Navin Henakan Kanamage.
It's a wonderful read by Janindu Dilshan. Just didn't get caught to that decoy runner. Identified Navin coming from the blind side and just managed to stop him in his tracks. But CHNFC have retained possession. Yoshida Rajapaksha making a break. Do well to try and turn possession, but a wonderful bit of work by Rahul De Silva. Coming off the bench, making an impact immediately. Taking the quick tap. But it looks like the referee is going to the pocket.
It was a lateral movement by Samuel Madhuwanta. He knew that somehow there could be a space cutting in, and Yoshida Rajapaksha made few meters. He beat the first tackle, but wonderful work by Rahul De Silva using his lower center of gravity. That's another good touch finder.
Stunning touch finder, really. But it's first time I've seen that player being yellow carded for holding on. It's an interesting call by Priyantha Gunaratna, but nonetheless, now both teams are down to 14 players. And great opportunity for CRNFC to launch another attack.
Red, 1 meter gap.
They've got to make maximum use of this. The driving maul will be an option as well.
So equal numbers, Abdullah. Both the number 7s off in the naughty chair. CRNFC, dear oh dear, not a good throw, says referee. Dulanjana Vijayasinghe could have done better. Good opportunity for CH to come out of jail.
Question is, did they absolutely need to go to number 6? A number 2 or number 4 throw would have been the safe option, because CHNFC were never going to contest that ball. Decided to go for the number 6 option, and the throw went crooked. So an opportunity for CHNFC just to clear their lines. It's just those kind of communications, just correct decision making that can make the difference between winning and losing a game.
Avishka Lee feeds the scrum. Yoshida Rajapaksa opting to go in the shorter
No
side.
hands, Red! No hands, Red!
Trying to link
No
up
hands,
with
Red!
Navin Henakan Kanamge, but the good tackle comes in. Here's
Roll
Mututantri
away, Red! Roll away!
trying to break away. Lee to Madhuwanta. Madhuwanta did execute well in front of so much pressure
Numbers.
caused by the CR flanker.
4. Center mark. Wait. Numbers, wait.
So Another line out. Can Dulanjana
1 meter gap, 1 meter gap.
make it to the second time?
No, ball.
That's overcooked, and Lee collects the ball, sending it to Strathur Dilshan, another former Navy Sports Club player. Here's Madhuanta, much better. You can see his kicks. It's not really finding the distance. Now CHNFC playing against the wind. Here's Kevin Dixon, good support by Kavindu Pereira. Straight away running into the big tank, Satya Ranatunga. And Sia puts the box kick in. Another chase coming by Avantha Lee. Good timely run by Lee.
Kill him, back.
Kevin Dixon under pressure, managed to keep position somehow.
Get back.
Rizara fighting, waiting outside. Joel Pereira, here's a chance. Here's Janitha Dilshan with a real opportunity. First time we saw him running with the ball. And here's Joel Pereira once again. Good work by Joel. Lovely offload to Malka Gunaratna. Gunaratna makes few more yards. Sia just needs support. They cannot be isolated. Here's Dilshan acting as a halfback, using the shorter side. Clever thinking, mismatch, and also short of numbers for the CHNFC team.
They need to get quick ball out. But CH turned it over, but illegally as deemed by referee Gunaratna. The ruck, the ruck was formed. So a bit lucky to get away with that. That was very much the red zone, so it could have easily gone. Referee would have gone to the pocket, but letting that go. So interesting options which CRNFC will need to look. Going for the 5 meter line out. It'll be interesting to see where they will throw the ball here, whether they will go to number 2, 4 or 6. Dulanjana, with all his experience, will need to get this right.
Numbers.
They had an opportunity on the earlier occasion, did not get the throw in straight.
Here's the chance. You can see the assistant referee's flag. Throwing with the wind, and also this wind factor will affect if you go to the 4th or the 6th option. Was lucky enough to secure the position. Here's Big Noor. He couldn't do much on that occasion. Jason Milder trying to scoop the ball from the breakdown. Pick can go by Joel Pereira. Trying to use the big ball carriers, and the ball comes loose. Referee says play on. And again giving away position.
Yes, really poor execution by CRNFC. They needed to have got that line out sorted. They did that, and after that they just did not secure it. The ball went loose, and CH were all over that the CR attack from that point onwards.
All the facts and figures, log into www.com/stats or stats.thepapare.com to get the try scorers names and the conversion kick scorers names and everything you want to know from Dialog Rugby League. 2 games being played yesterday. Police versus Navy. Navy edging that game with a point win, 24-23. And then Havelocks hosted Soldiers under lights at Havelock Park. And some good second half performance for the Park Club to win that game. And also Kandy taking on Air Force today. That's at Ratmalana. And this is Colombo 7 Derby. CHNFC leading 23 points to 18. CH did beat CRNFC after so many years. The last year's encounter. Avishka Lee, the halfback for CH, replaced Sudham Suryarachi. Rohit Rajapaksa playing at number 8. Chatru Dilshan with the collection. Here's Lee. Madhuanta put the kicks. Good chase by Sia player, but somehow Madhuanta managed to get some good distance to come out of the red zone.
That was very well worked by CHNFC under a lot of pressure. They did 2 quick hits. What they did well was just to secure possession, created a bit of room and time for Madhuvanta to get that kick in. It's always never easy when you're close to your try line to create a couple of phases and get the ball out to your kicker, just giving him that extra few seconds to find touch. But CHNFC on that occasion executing it brilliantly. So CRNFC, though, haven't been as good in their execution, why they find themselves in this place. They had 2 wonderful opportunities with 2 5-meter throw-ins, but not executing properly. But another opportunity for them to redeem, and Ratwata this time deciding to take the ball up front, getting over the gain line comfortably, works the ball in, looking to find Hirushan, but again, communication was very poor.
In the meantime, it's 14 all back in Ratmalana between Air Force and the defending champions into the second half. And here's that move, Joel Pereira, miscommunication between Harit Bandara and Janit Dilshan. Quite unfortunate. It's not the first time that we see the Reds just giving away position.
Yes, it's always not the most advisable to have your first receiver being a forward, isn't it? Because the decision, the timing of the pass is absolutely crucial. You'd always want a good distributor, good decision maker to be in that role. And you just don't want your back row, your front row players to be in that situation like CR did on that occasion. So an opportunity for CH to get back into the half, again attacking along the fringes.
Offside.
Charmikara was a mile offside on that occasion. Really poor discipline by Charmikara.
Lee opting the box kick. Sarat Chandra assisting that breakdown, but referee calls back play. I think he got a call from the assistant referee.
No, it was Charmikara. He was way offside on that occasion. And again...
in front of the kick, Abdullah?
Right in front of the referee, really. Well, he was not, definitely not behind the hindmost foot. As you have a look at that once again, it was the previous phase. Charmikara just for no reason whatsoever just decided to charge the first receiver and putting his team under a lot of pressure. Madhuvanta again finding touch just outside the 22. CRNFC don't pull this game through, they will find only themselves to blame because they have been really poor in terms of their execution. They have got ample opportunities to try and get over the CHNFC goal line, but the throwings or a knock-on has always been the reason why they haven't been able to do that.
Get back, Reds.
Havelock's coach Sanath Marty is also in the stands. And here's the opportunity, breaks quickly. And it's Sudarshan Mututantri. Madhuvanta, lovely decoy running. Hiranta Pereira was driven back. Good work, good defensive work by the Samoan. In fact, it was Rahul De Silva. And he had made an impact since he came off the bench.
Ratwata identifying some space. And a good, lovely chase by Kevin Dixon, forcing Naveen to just thump the ball into touch. Again from it's a turnover ball, so both teams just haven't been good enough to secure possession, rather to secure the ball when going into contact.
White number 6.
And the story for both teams is they've been much more accurate in that aspect of the game. They definitely find themselves comfortably ahead, but it just hasn't been the case. It's definitely a work on which both coaches should take note of going into the second round.
And also good work by Naveen. He did not panic. Waited. Nicely, and he couldn't do much better on that occasion, just to put the ball into touch.
So also you have to say, Sabir, Rahul De Silva having a good big impact on this game soon as he has come on. He's made a couple of turnovers, made a couple of good hits, made the correct decisions in terms of when to kick, when to pass.
No one in front of that ball carrier, in fact Matisha. Here's Rahul opting to go by himself. He saw the space, trying to snipe through. Now here comes Dulanjana, acting as halfback, needs some support. Again another pop as he went into contact. This is not good. Some basic stuff when you carry the ball. Play on, says referee. Rafaidin was thumped down by
No hands.
CH number 14, that's Navin. His National Sevens teammate.
Knock forward.
Again, few sloppy incidents. So the numbers are equal, Abdullah. Both the yellow card players are back on the field.
Yes, well, it was equal before this as well, wasn't it? It was 14 players each. So now they have, both teams have their full complement of players as well. As we have a look at this once again, Joseph Faumina, not for the first time in this game, losing possession in contact and putting his team under a lot of pressure.
Knock forward.
To expect the
Scrum here.
expert player
White
to be
ball.
a bit more efficient and
White ball,
clinical
white.
in how he carries out, but he's been relatively poor. Probably
Second seat.
excuse him a bit considering the fact it's probably his first game for the season. He arrived only
Coach.
3 or 4 days ago, so probably yet coming to terms
Set.
with conditions in Sri Lanka, but he'll definitely have to tighten up his game going forward.
You are not
Here's
five.
the break from the number 8. It was Nivanka Prasad who plays number 8 for the
5 meter.
Sailors
You are
last
walking.
season.
You are walking.
And as he come, I'm not sure what is this penalty for Abdullah.
I think it was probably that the offensive team was not 5 meters back when the scrum is being fed. That's the only thing I can think of. So penalty, a great opportunity for CRNFC. Wonderful kick by Ratwata once again. CRNFC just need to be accurate at line out time here, because they haven't been so far.
I'm sure now Dulanjana Vijay Singh will be looking at to give Prasad Madhusankar's own medicine if
Centre back.
CRNFC can capitalize on this line out. It was pretty decent in the first half, but as we started the second half, there's few errors. Not enough communication. Here's Vijay Singh. Once again losing position. Anuradha Herath with the collection, with his attacking mind. Here's Avish Kali. And Samuel Madhuvanta once again puts another 35-meter distance kick to the touch finder.
Yes, the communication, the execution has been really poor by CRNFC at crucial times. Another 5-meter, 7-meter line out, a great opportunity to launch. They had so many attacking options available to them, but just not being able to find the second row on that occasion. It was Joel Pera, but a wonderful steal. I think it was by Yoshita Rajapaksha, just turning possession over. So it's another area of the game, the line out that has been very poor from CRNFC.
Here's Dulanjana this time.
Okay.
Dias in front of the 5-meter.
Last
We
boot.
didn't see much of Dulanjana's attacking game.
Back.
This is a good battle
Don't come side.
by CHNFC. They are not letting it loose. Joel Pereira acting as halfback. Ratwatte, Tomalka Gunaratna beats one. Tackled by Nivanka Prasad and Kushan Inil combining. Rahul De Silva. Kevin Dixon, draw and pass. Here's the chance. Dilshan once again inside pass. And he got the better of it. I think he came off Samuel Madhuvanta's hands.
Yes, it came off Madhuvanta's hands. Some good cover defense, and it went back into Janindu's hands.
Then he's offside, isn't he? Yeah. But I'm not sure referee's call whether it's. It would be interesting if we can have a look at a replay. And also that's a clever thinking by Samuel Madhuvanta. Keep the chase on, keep the ball in hands. Another opportunity, again going into that 22-meter zone. We will see plenty later this evening as the Autumn International begins. Here's that replay. Janil Dilshan inside pass. Comes off Samuel Madhuvanta. So Dilshan is in offside position.
One minute again.
Dulanjana Vijayasinghe. Sia, can they score a try? Trailing by 5 points. Good work again by Madhuvantha. He came from the line into that scrum to get that big forward. Here's Kevin Dixon. Can he create something out? Again, Kavinda Pereira just could not do anything. Sasanka Arira, the former Sia player. Another good flanker. Comes off the bench. Rahul De Silva just distributing some quick passes. Malka Gunaratne on the ground. Here's Salinda Ratwata. Scored 1 try. Created 1. Rahul De Silva once again giving it to Malka Gunaratne. Here's the big Noor going into contact. The lucid prop.
No hands, right.
Rahul once again, Rehan Silva to Janidu Dilshan, to Kevin Dixon, looking for inside support, collected by Randy Silva, in fact Rehan Silva, and we are going to see another yellow card, and it's Prasad Madhusankar, dear oh dear.
Now isn't that Madhushankar's second yellow card for the game, Sabir?
It was only Yoshita Rajapaksa had the first yellow card. He scored a try. And he had a...
Yeah, that's right. Madhushankar went out for an injury. My bad.
He had a head injury, yes.
So it's an opportunity for CRNFC to try and cut the deficit down further. But you can see CRNFC, whenever they get front foot ball and quick ball, they are always very, very dangerous, isn't it? They just haven't been able to do that often enough. They haven't been able to move this CHNFC pack across the park. CHNFC pack are very heavy, but they are not as mobile as the CRNFC pack. And if they can just shift the players up and down, then you could see more results. As we can see, I think it was Melder just definitely not releasing the tackler, and referee just playing advantage, but there was no advantage on that occasion. So the referee very correctly calling back for the penalty.
A 3 points opportunity. Madhusankar not happy with the decision, having some word maybe with his coach. Just outside 22, probably 25-meter distance starting the Rathwata, and he make no mistakes. So 21 points to 23. The home team just trailing by 2 points.
White number.
We still have
number 5.
Over 10 minutes
White
remaining.
Yeah, so it's just 1 point in it. The CRNFC will also have the one-man advantage as well. They've got to make sure they make it count. Madhushankar has been a big part of that CHNFC pack as well, so not having him on the field for the next 10 minutes could prove crucial in the final analysis of this game. But CRNFC just have got to be more accurate in terms of the execution, especially when having ball in hand.
Madhuvantha with the restart once again, sending it aerial. That's a knock-on play, advantage in favor of CHNFC. It's going to be another scrum by the 10-meter mark. In the meantime, 21 to 14 in favor of Kandy at the 52nd minute.
Forward, scrum, red ball, white ball.
Also talking about the autumn internationals, Abdullah.
Hurry up.
A much awaited fixture as England host the All Blacks. Predictions?
So you'd have to go with the All Blacks, isn't it? They've consistently been the top team for the last so many years. England going through a bit of a slump under Eddie Jones for the first time after a wonderful start. But I think nonetheless 80,000 packed Twickenham will be a wonderful game of rugby.
Yes, indeed, and some good run coming in by Kushan in the lead. But this is the 4th time that he could not hold on to position when he goes into the contact, Abdullah. This is something Ronnie Ibrahim will look into. Indonil certainly has lost momentum since he played in that green shirts for Isipatana College, captain Isipatana. Avishka Lee to Madhuwanta. Other players trying to play a bit wide. Madhusanka goes into contact. This time it was Hiranta Pereira. Lee with a quick pass. Replacement Pulasti, former St. Anthony's hooker. CHNFC still maintaining position, trying to create something now. Madhuwanta with a long pass to Avantali. Avantali had 2-on-1. Here's Sasanka Ariratna. It's a 2-on-1 situation. Good defense by Rehan Silva. Yoshito Rajapaksha pick and go in the shorter side. Enough numbers to secure the position. Madhuwanta with another long pass to Kushan Indunil. He couldn't collect. It was Nivanka Prasad. Another low tackle, this time by the Samoan Joseph.
Go sit!
Hiranta Pereira letting Jason Melder to take the pick and go. Taking too much of time. CHNFC still with position but struggling to go past the CR defense, and it was a penalty conceded for holding on. Not really.
Yes, again CH just guilty of isolating the ball carrier. If they are going to attack the fringes as many times as they do, they got to have players in numbers to clear the ball, because CRNFC, one area they have been really good is to try and get the turnover. So Ratwata making a ball call just outside, just about 5 meters away from the halfway mark. So overall it would have to be around 60 meters, isn't it, with the angle, to take the angle into consideration as well.
Yeah, it could be 55 to 58, maybe 60. Yeah, angle will take into consideration. And we will bring you the possible analysis. And Ratwata certainly has the direction and the distance, and you can see the crowd goes wild for the first time in this game at the 72nd minute, Abdullah.
Absolutely stunning execution by Ratwata. It's nearly 60 meters, Sabir, and he's just got it over. And if CR do come out of this game, they'll definitely have this man to thank. As we have a look at that wonderful strike again, just creeping over the horizontal bar, and that just gives CHNFC, rather CRNFC, a 1-point lead. Just about 7.5 minutes to go. So I think we're in for a wonderful finish to this game. It's a lot of credit to CHNFC as well. They have really stuck it out against this CR outfit, but everything to play for. And well, that's probably the first error by Madhuwanta in this game. He's been brilliant for CHNFC as well.
Indeed, that's not a good restart, Abdullah. Maybe not sure whether he's feeling the pressure. This is a score stood at yesterday's Police versus Navy encounter, 24 points to 23 in favor of the Sailors. As you said, we still have 7 minutes or so remaining. Anything could happen. And CHNFC still without Prasad Madhusanka, who's sitting in the naughty chair. And that penalty kick was taken with so much confidence, isn't it, Abdullah? And
yes.
Here's the break comes from Omalka Gunaratna to Rahul De Silva. Kevin Dixon trying to put that grubber, and it comes off the CH player, and Anuradha Herath. Good cover tackle by Kevin Dixon. Almost a try-saving tackle. And Dixon would have felt guilty.
Yeah, that's right. You want to know why Kevin actually took that decision to kick ahead. It would have been better to just try and keep hold of the ball. And also, if you look at that execution once again, I'm not sure whether a cutout pass was absolutely necessary. If they had just gone hands, maybe an overlap would have created, but
Numbers.
Kevin Dixon doing extremely well to redeem himself with that cover tackle. Anuradha Herath is no slouch when it comes to speed, but Dixon did extremely well to turn around and make that tackle. So CRNFC again under a lot of pressure. The line-out hasn't functioned at all well in this game. It's critical that they get this right.
Ranjana collected by Joel Pereira. Not the right technique on that occasion. Somehow Sia with the position. Tharinda Ratwatha puts a thumping kick and that goes almost close to the 22. CHNFC trying to take it quickly.
Yes, but I think the ball would have struck a spectator if I'm not mistaken. So once that happens, the ball is dead. And they have to come, they have to take the line out again. So again, Ratwatha just being the savior for Sia once again.
Here's that replay. Here's that kick inside the 22. Pretty much close to the 5-meter mark.
Unfortunately, the ball boy just touching the ball on that occasion, not enabling Sia to take that quick throw.
This time collected by Rajapaksa. Madhuwanta, another long pass. They want to play out wide. Awanta Lee. Good tackle by Kavinda Pereira. Perhaps he's the one of the textbook defensive player.
Yes, and they've turned position over. Rahul opting to go for that base kick, but not executing it well enough and just unfortunately turning the ball over.
And that's not a good sign for Kevin Dixon as well. He's holding his mouth, Abdullah, where he had like 32 stitches or so. And here's a chance for Tharinda Ratwatha and CRNFC. Draw and pass. Looks like Panduk Angama, who was combining with Ratwatha, puts the kick into space. And once again, Sia going into the 22, trying to menace through the CHNFC defense. And the time is also ticking. Every second is vital now. You can see the hands, Joel Pereira.
Yes, very clever by Ratwatha, just putting it into touch. I don't think he intended to put it into touch. He preferred it to be in play, but again Ratwatha just showing his all-round game. Wonderful counter attack, the awareness to draw the last man and make the pass as well. And CRNFC doing well to just retain possession, giving Ratwatha the opportunity to just put that grubber kick and ensure that CHNFC are stuck in their own 22.
So the Sinbin player is back for CHNFC.
Not set, what do you want?
But unfortunately, so many not straight line outs, Abdullah. This will be a real concern.
Yes, but you've also got to keep in mind, Sabir, that these players are yet at the start of the season, so there will be a bit of rustiness in terms of their execution. Hopefully, as the season progresses, they will get better. But it just shows that you've got to bring your A game from the start, isn't it? Because you drop points at the start, it always puts pressure, and I'm sure both these teams do have title aspirations.
In the meantime, it's 28 points to 19 back in Ratmalana between the defending champions Kandy versus Air Force. Randita Varnapura, the replacement on the far corner. Rahul Disilla, will he go for the shorter side? Malka Gururatna with a big fin on Avishka Lee. Trying to take on the fly half, Samuel Madhuwanta, to create an overlap on the left side, CHNFC. We also have to think about the man of the match, Abrella. And Udara Gayan, another replacement coming in. He's such an unsung hero in the last season. Here's an opportunity, 2-on-1, draw and pass, and unfortunately, Randita Varnapura just could not hold on.
Yes, I think Rehan Silva was guilty of not straightening the line as well. If you can have a look at that replay again, he was just drifting across and just putting Varnapura under a lot of pressure. As we have a look at that once again, Ratwatha feeding. Rehan really needed to straighten out. He just drifted across and just passed the ball. And the Varnapura has to keep in mind not just the defending player but the touchline as well. So just those kind of basic execution, running straight, drawing the man, passing, just can make such a big difference between winning and losing a game. If CR had managed to have got over, that would definitely have been the game.
A minute remaining in our clock. It's not the referee's clock for your information. The ThePapare football, all the match reports and the live action and the photos and news. Just log into the ThePapare for the Football Championship 2018. All the top schools on the hunt for the title glory. Avishkali, could this be the last move? We never know. Here's Anuradha Herat. Managed to go at least 7 to 8 meters. Madhuwantha to Hirantha Pereira. Naveen Henakankanamge taking his opposite number. Riza Rafaidin. Good work by Joel Pereira trying to counter the ruck. Put some pressure. Here's Saraj Chandra. He's almost isolated. Rahul De Silva trying to counter. CHNFC under real pressure. Ball cuts loose. Here's Madhuwantha to Sasanka Ariratna. The clock is red on our screens. Prasad Madhusanka. CRNFC, no panic whatsoever. Just to keep their defensive line. CHNFC don't want to kick and give away position. They understand that this could be the last move, and there comes a knock on. Is it going to be all over? In fact, it's a penalty in favor of CHNFC. Taken it quickly by Hirantha Pereira. Even they don't trust the territorial play. Put the kick into touch and try do something with the line out. Madhusanka once again. Abdullah, we also have to talk about the player of the match. Who's in your mind? Here's Satya Ranatunga. Dulanjana, almost a turnover. Just could not support his body weight position, and also good counteract by CH player. Here's Lee. It's a testing time.
It's good patience by CRNFC. They are not infringing. They're just maintaining their line, making CHNFC do everything. Just got to hold their nerve on this occasion because CHNFC are the ones who need to force the issue. And Rahul is over over Yoshita, and he's clung on to the ball. So Rahul has definitely had a big impact as he has come in the second half, especially at breakdown time. And it looks like that will be the game. It's the penalty as well. Kavindu signaling to the post just to wind the clock down. All it's showing it's past the 80-minute mark. There could be a bit of injury time as well. So Ratwata just deciding to take the short tap. The referee has already told that time is up. So Ratwata will be just taking the ball and just slotting it into touch. And that will be the game. So it's 24 points to 23 to CHNFC. A wonderful game of rugby in terms of suspense and the thrills. The execution could have been better, but you'd have to say that it's the beginning of the season. I'm sure they will be better as the game, as the season goes on, Sabir.
There's the player of the match, number 10 for the red jersey, Tarinder Ratwate.
Yes, it's safe to say that he was definitely the difference between both teams. His composure, his decision making, his kicking with the boot, off hand and off the tee as well, was absolutely brilliant, and he was definitely CRNFC's saviour in this game. But also a gallant performance by CHNFC as well. I'm sure they will become better as the season progresses. I thought their tight five played very well. Madhushanka was brilliant. I thought Satya Ranatunga was very good as well. And you can see the effects of that game on Satya, a veteran now in the local rugby scene, but he definitely gave it his all. I'm sure CHNFC will also try and spread the ball a bit more. They've got some good 3 quarters. The cohesion was not quite there in this game, but I think they will definitely take some positives from this game and will look to improve for the rest of the season.
Yes, indeed, Abdullah. Let's have a look at the final score. It's 24 points to 23 in favor of the home team. What a Colombo 7 derby. And there were so many errors in the first half, as we discussed. Still early days in this Dialog Rugby League 2018 and 19 version. And I'm sure most of the team did the same. Even yesterday's game, 24-23, as you can see on your screen. And so CRNFC will take on the win of their first game of this season. We'll have a look at the highlights of this action. This is how it all started. Samuel Madhwanta with the first points with the wide angle penalty kick. It was 3 points to nil. And then CRNFC, the foreign player, Samoan Joseph Faimona, scoring that try. Followed by Prasad Madhusankar, who made the switch from Havelock Park with that line out drive. It was pretty even, Steven, at that point. Then Tharindra Rathwata with a penalty, narrowing the gap, and this was a lovely move. He created it, and lovely support. Joel Pereira with an inside pass. Tharindra Rathwata goes under the post. And CHNFC, this is a wonderful chase. Eventually it turned out to be a try by Navin Henakan Kanamge. And Sia found guilty on that occasion. And Rathwate with a peach of a kick. It's almost 55 to 57 meter with the angle inside his own goal, or inside the Sia half. And 2 good penalties.
And that was pretty much what it, wasn't it, Sabir? That 55-meter monster by Rathwata. He was absolutely brilliant for CRNFC once again. And CR will definitely look forward to more from him as the season progresses.
So that's the highlights of this game between 2 great rivals, CR versus CH. You can see no difference in terms of tries. And 2 conversion, 3 penalties for CHNFC and to Samuel Madhwanta. That 1 penalty makes the big difference. From the boot of Tharindra Rathwata, as you said, Abdullah.
That's right, and that's the second 1-point game we've had this season. I think it's been a wonderful start to this rugby league, Dialog Rugby League season. Some very close games. The first game between Navy and Police, just the 1-point difference, and then here in London Place as well, just 1 point separating both the teams. So you can see that the competition is already heating up, and I think as the season progresses, there'll be many more thrills and spills for the rugby-loving public of this of Sri Lanka to enjoy.
So that's all we have from Longdon Place and ThePapare.com. We'll see you next week from more action of Dialog Rugby League, and enjoy the rest of the international season tonight.
අපේ ගෙදර හැමෝටම ඉන්ටනෙට් ඕනේ. මොබිටෙල් Wi-Fi රවුටරේ නිසා ගෙදරදි කිසි ප්‍රශ්නයක් නෑ. අපි වෙන වෙනම ඉන්ටනෙට් ගියත් පැකේජ් එක එකයි. ඒත් ගෙදරින් එළියට ගියාම හැමෝටම පැකේජ් එක අරන් යන්න පුළුවන්ද? Hey Perry! මොබිටෙල් Wi-Fi Plus පැකේජ් එක තියෙන්නේ ලංකාවේ කොහේ ගියත් රවුටරේ ගෙදර තියෙද්දි ගෙදර හැමෝටම එකම පැකේජ් එකෙන් වෙන වෙනම ඉන්ටර්නෙට් යන්න පුළුවන් එකම ක්‍රමය මොබිටෙල් Wi-Fi Plus විතරයි. ඒ විතරක් නෙමේ. එක බිලයි, කනෙක්ෂන්ස් ගොඩයි.